Good morning, everybody. It is 11:06 on a very rainy Monday. I'm waiting for my video to catch up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, I had to wait until my there was an intense storm that just blew through, and it was so loud on. There it is. Everybody's caught up now. Okay. It was so loud on my skylight, which is just above my head, that I knew if I tried to go live, all you would hear was the thud of the rain. So I am a few minutes late because I was waiting for that storm to pass. And I'm also a little late because I just got up. I didn't even open my eyes until well after 9 this morning, and then I was awake for a little while and I fell back asleep. So it is absolutely like a lazy, rainy Monday morning, and I am delighted that I have the ability to just sort of take it easy this morning. I hope that at some point this summer you all get that choice to just get that chance to just lay low and chill out and do not much. I was away for the weekend and it was exquisite to be away. I went away with my ex and her wife and Lily, and we stayed in a lake house for the weekend, and we got to see. My ex was in a show about Patsy. She was in a show called Always Patsy Cline, um, and she played Patsy Cline. It's a two-woman show, and essentially they're both on stage for the entire show, with the exception of maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes each. They're both on stage the entire show. And it was so amazing to see. I mean, I've known Katie for 20 years, so I know how talented she is, and I knew her. It was one of the reasons that I fell in love with her in the first place, was listening to her sing. But watching her on stage the other night really truly embody Patsy Cline was amazing. It was really, really amazing. I felt like she was channeling her. And there was a moment at the very end of the show where she came right down stage, and she stood right at the front center stage, and she finished the song. I forget which song it was. I really truly forget. It doesn't matter. But she ended the show with her arms just out like this and her head thrown back, and it was an incredible moment of watching her be in her chorus of core selves. And she fully, truly, and amazingly embodied that moment, and she was so present in it. And it was, having known her when she was still in school, trying to make it, trying to even figure out what she was doing as an actress in New York City, to have her come so far and to be on that stage and stand there like that was incredible. And it was one of those moments of joy that will forever stay with me. It was so beautiful and so breathtaking. I said to a couple people, Kate included, I hope that they make this an annual thing, because how cool would this be? Or like make it a roadshow or something. But it was really, really, really powerful. If you are interested in seeing Katie sing, she does a gig at Club Cafe in Boston once or twice a month, and the next gig is July 1st, which I think is this Friday, if you can believe it. Holy crap. But yeah, her next gig is this Friday, so absolutely get a chance to check out Katie, because she is a phenomenally talented singer. And I bet guarantee you she will probably do some of the Patsy Cline songs from that show. So my weekend it was really cool to get to spend time. I mean, it's such an awesome thing that Katie and her wife we have such a great relationship amongst the four of us, that I could stay with them, and it wasn't weird or awkward or anything. It was very, very easygoing and very just easy and peaceful, and it was really, really, really nice. And that speaks volumes about Katie and Allison and how magnanimous they really are. It's beautiful. if you're watching, say hi. If you're watching a replay, let me know. Let me know how your weekend was, if you got to do something fun and exciting. And then now that summer is really in full swing, it feels, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I like summer. I don't know if it's my favorite season, but I like that there's we can be outside more and we can engage and we can do fun things. I like that there's sometimes a more relaxed atmosphere in the summertime. I know a lot of women, a lot of entrepreneurs that I know are sort of scaling back a little bit for the summer and, taking Fridays off or whatever. And I don't necessarily have any friends. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? It's good to see you. Um, and yeah, so I like summer. It's not my favorite season, but I do like summer. Um, and today it's raining and a little chillier, which I am actually grateful for because I think it matches my mood a little bit. The title of the post today was Rainy Days and Mondays, which is a throwback to an old Carpenter song, which I just love everything about the Carpenters. They're just cheesy and awesome and amazing. But that song specifically, when I was listening to the lyrics, rainy days and Mondays get me down, and I guess you could say I have what's called the blues, and I don't think I have the blues because I had a wonderful weekend and I'm a happiness coach. But there are times in life that things, if I let them, can get me down. And one of the things that brought me to my knees a little bit was the Supreme Court ruling of overturning Roe v. Wade. Um, I had to sit with that one for a really, really, really long time. It was one of those times that just am like, fuck, right? That gut wrenching moment of, because it's it's not about the unborn. That's a convenient group of people to advocate for. If it was truly about pro life or truly about anything other than power, to be honest with you, they would be funding birth control and prevention and strategies and also care after life, welfare and SNAP benefits and early childhood education and early intervention and all those things that would actually help. No, this is about power. This is about class. This is about power over. And I know that it is the last dying gasp of the patriarchy. Like, I actually know this, right? I know it. And I also know that it has to get really ugly and uncomfortable in order for people to wake up. So I know this, and this is the sort of the core of it. But on third, whenever the ruling came out Thursday, I think I had to sit and I had to really just be like, shit, I don't know how to help me with this. So what I said to God, okay, I know that we live in a friendly universe, and I know there's a reason. This is way bigger than I am, and I'm not sure yet how to come through it. So please help me out. And she did. I really did feel a sense of peace and a sense of purpose around it, right? I grieved. Oh God, do I grieve? I grieve for all the people who will now have to get backroom abortions and, put their health in jeopardy. All the kids that will be born to moms who can't care for them or don't want them or whatever. But I also know that it's the shadow coming to light. I work in the shadow. That's what I do. It's what I do for a living is I teach people how to embrace their shadow. And so after I could grieve, after I could get over my rage at the violation, I sat and I sat and I sat and I said, okay, what is this here to teach us? What is this here to teach me specifically? And the conclusion that I came to is I actually had a group. I'm going to read the text because I have a group of people, group of friends that I work, like we have a net we have an it's not networking, it's visibility. I have a visibility group with my coach twice a week, and this group of women is like, we have been together for like a year and a half, and it's just like a dynamic group of amazing women. And so we had this text thread going back, and back and forth, and this was what came to me after I sat and prayed for a long time. Good morning, Julia. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for joining us. Um, so what came to me after I sat and prayed was this. I said this to them, so I'm going to say it to you. I know, I know that it's really scary. And I do think it means that we need to mobilize in a very real way, that so that we can help turn the tide in November. I think this is the universe giving a big wake up call to everyone, but asking women specifically to now step into our power in a very real way. And the bigger picture energetically is that we are in the last throes of the patriarchy. And in order for the new to be reborn, we do have to get rid of the old. That actually means shedding anything in us that still believes the lies, that still believes that the only way to do things is the masculine, force your way through, push through, don't take breaks, don't have compassion. That's the only way we get through. And it does feel really, 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 really uncomfortable because we're being asked to wake up in such a strong way. And specifically, I've been talking about the rise and the birth of the divine feminine. The divine feminine power is compassion. It is emotion. It is feeling our way through life. It is allowing our feelings to have their fullest expression, but also to move through us and to move through us so that we can take them out in the world. If you spend your life pushing down negative emotions, you also spend your life pushing down positive emotions because there's only one feeling style. And you spend your life now riddled with chronic anxiety. And so our job is to, yes, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel the anger and the scared and the rage and the terror, whatever, feel it, feel all of it, bring it in, right? But then do what I did and delight in sitting by the water and reading a book while my daughter played in the lake. Delight in watching my ex-wife be so amazingly truly herself on stage. Delight in listening to the loons cry as we went to bed. Delight in going to a wedding, birthday, backyard barbecue like Julia did this weekend, right? Find the joy as well as the pain and the sorrow. And we're being called right now to hold and raise our vibrations so high. We have to fight for us, not against them. That's a really big one. That's a really big one right now. For us. What is for you? What is a yes for you? Do you even know what a yes is for you? And pursue those yeses. Pursue them with gusto and passion and enthusiasm and joy, because that's really, truly the only way that we're ever going to be able to come out of this again. And we will. And we are. I'm having a conversation with my dearest friend Patty. I think we're recording it today, and I will drop it sometime this week because she is a sage of sages. She is so brilliant, and so she helps me put things in perspective. So we're gonna have a conversation about what it looks like to that she had a really cool way of putting what it means to be in the last throes of the patriarchy and what it actually means to be doing this work consciously and raising our vibrations. And I wanted you guys all to hear her perspective. So I will she didn't necessarily want to have to do it live, so I will record it with her and I will drop it later on this week. So watch out for that because Patty is so I'm delighted to get to actually share with you her deep wisdom. Patty is an old soul. Patty is old soul. The rest of us are maybe older middle souls, but Patty gets the old soul status for a reason. So I'm excited to get to introduce you to her perspective because I think it really helps. I think it really helps put things in perspective. Good morning, Cam. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining. So our job is really to hold the vision of what we want. This is the other thing I said to them. Our job is, yeah, feel the fear, breathe into it, breathe into that fear and anger and hurt and sadness and frustration and all the other things that we feel. And let's use that to motivate us in November. Absolutely. Let's vote where it matters. Let's use our voices where it matters. But also hold the vision of what we want. It's very easy to go down the road of what we don't want. It's really super easy to keep saying all of the things that we don't want. But the universe doesn't understand the no. It doesn't understand the not. Every single time you say, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that, the more energy and attention and effort you put into that thing, the more you're creating that thing that you don't want. And I don't care what it is. Everything you put your attention to is what you create. The energy goes where your attention flows. Energy flows where your attention goes. That's what it is. But so focus on what you do want. Focus on what's a yes for you. Even if it means you have to say no to somebody else. Be very clear that you're saying yes to you. And honestly, a lot of us don't even actually know, which is the work I do. This is what I teach. So if you're interested, take classes with me. I have a chakra class on July 7th, which is amazing for anybody, whether you know chakras or you don't. This will be a totally different level because I'm going to start introducing what it looks like to have shadow in the chakras and what that means and how it works and how each chakra is a level of consciousness. So we're going to actually spend some time. It's a masterclass, so it's 3 hours on July 27th, and we're going to go right through each chakra, what it means, what it looks like, how we hold it, and how we block it, and what that level of consciousness is here to teach us. It's a prelude. It's like a very precursor version of the chakras of happiness class that starts again in the fall, which am taking applications for, because that's a longer term project, and that's something I will take. I will only do by application. So if you're interested, talk to me. Hang on, something's in my eye. Okay, what is it that I need to see? Thank you. Good morning, Heather. Thank you for showing. Thank you for coming and saying hi. So I have a chakra class, which is awesome. I have a shadows class, which again is the introduction to shadow work. It's called Fun with Shadows, and it's the last 2 Wednesdays in August and the first 2 Wednesdays in September. It's 4 weeks. It'll be an hour and a half each week, and we'll touch on what does it mean to do shadow work? What does it mean that the shadow is up for us right now? What does it mean that we need to heal our shadow? We need to heal our shadow individually. We need to heal our shadow collectively. If you saw what I posted the other day from Hair in the Moon Astrology, the United States is being forced to heal its own shadow, which is exactly what happens when we have these shadow leaders who are creating policies that are hurtful and hateful and take us backwards. So those are two things that are coming up. I will have a whole bunch of other stuff, but if you want some like really deep dive, we could do the 4 weeks to fierce happiness, which is it's 2 sessions with me a week. It's a healing session, then a laser session, and it's 4 weeks, so it's an intensive thing, and we do a deep dive. And then there's always one-on-one coaching with me. And again, I have some space right now for a couple of one-on-one clients if you're interested, because I had a bunch of things open up in the summertime and whatever. So there's ways to do this, but find what's a yes for you. Find what's your yes and do that. Fight for you, not against them. because what you're doing is making them stronger and giving your power away. That's kind of all I got. I apologize for the frog in my throat, but like I said, rainy days and Mondays, and I was not even out of bed before 10:30 this morning. So, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please, please, please be kind and gentle to yourself. What the world needs right now more than anything else is love, sweet love. Another Carpenter song. Have a great day.